see if that's actually lying or if it's telling you the truth. I think it might have been lying. I do. Oh no, there we go.
What is up?
What is up? What is up indeed? God, I wish I could let this stay on its thing. Just out for a walk. Already been up for a while, but.
Sup.
Sup. Kind of overcast day today. Oh, we're not getting the puffball, thank God. Yeah, we're getting the puffball. It should be smoother now. I didn't have horizontal leveling on before. I forgot to turn it on. You have to make sure to turn it on. Shit. Every time this phone rotates, it resets the Twitch thing in Dank Chat. It's so bad. Every time this phone... It's so bad. And I have to reset the settings. Yeah, that's got to be something they don't do. Oh, good morning.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I'm a little bit late today. I got new shoes, but I got my trail shoes. We don't have any trails close by. I do feel a little bit of rain though. You know what? Yeah, there comes some more. And I'm more protected from the rain right now, but I'm not fully protected from the rain. I'm gonna go grab my umbrella because I could definitely stream with the umbrella and not ever have a problem. A few raindrops here and there. The umbrella is pretty fucking heavy. I'm gonna tell you, it's pretty fucking heavy. It is. It's a big, massive umbrella, but it'd make it more fun for walks and stuff. Yeah, there's enough raindrops for me to go get it. I mean, when you put the media mod on your GoPro, it kind of makes it totally subjected to water. But the Sony is too, so they're not really changing anything there. No, not as much pollen though. So that's kind of a thing. I mean, right now it's just like.
Afternoon, Rob.
Hey, good morning.
Your area does call for rain today.
Yeah, it does, and that's why I wanted to get out early. I'm gonna go to my messy room. So in 3 days my kids are gonna be here. So my room is an absolute disaster because I've been like reorganizing everything and taking all the gear out and everything, and it'll all be immaculate. My wife's we've been doing our spring cleaning in our house. Has anybody else been doing your spring cleaning? Do you guys do spring cleaning? Oh, I got water on the lens already. Look at that. You see that? I just saw that. I need to make a little umbrella for my camera.
Free sub to ward off the rain clouds. YGBSM subscribed. They've subscribed for 6 months.
This guy, wait till you see the umbrella I'm gonna bring. I almost just need an umbrella for the camera. I'm sure they have one. All right, don't mind our house. It's a trashy mess. You know what? I'm gonna turn this off for a bit. All right, so there we go. Yeah, it's definitely sprinkling. That's gonna be interesting. This is a new challenge. Every day is a new challenge, people. Every day is a new challenge. Oh God, the exact, it's like, so now how do you hold it, right? So this is gonna be fun. People are like, why is he wearing an umbrella? Well, because he's got a camera. That's why.
Hey people.
How are you doing? So, yeah, I'm like the only, look at my big ass golf umbrella. You see this thing? It's my big ass golf umbrella. Everybody's like, you should get one to be visible. I'm okay. So we have a visible umbrella.
Let's go.
Yes. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know where we should go, but it's like my umbrella. I mean, it's either that or you get a couple rain things. But they're not that bad, rain things. My one wish for Dank Chat is that it would let me lock down my settings like MPV does. God, we're gonna get a good rain test. The first stream in the rain outside.
Here the wind is too strong for that. Haha, I might be Mary Poppins if I used one. Ha ha ha.
You know what it said? It says it can do up to 55 miles per hour. How about that? What if I attached my camera to the thing? All I need is a strap. God, that's all I need. I just need a Velcro strap. I just need a Velcro strap. If I put a Velcro strap on the umbrella, then the pole's not going to be in the shot. You know what I mean? Man, it's too bad we don't have like stereo right now. Oh man, it's like a real rainstorm. I just got it in time, but I am not thwarted. I am on my walk, rainstorm or not. Mary Poppins. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Oh my God. Okay, so that suddenly got a little bit more intense. Holy shit, I like so barely saved my whole gear from this. Also, this REI pack I have right now is much better. The REI pack is way better. Yeah. The REI pack is way better at like thwarting water than the other little tiny one I had. The other one was good, but I don't like that you have to look at the stupid bar the whole time though. You gotta figure that out. I think if I could figure out how to hold the umbrella, I just have to strap the, okay, this is cool. Do I have any straps? Do I have any straps, people? If I have a strap, I could just strap it on there. But, you know, a strap on, so to speak. Also, my phone, I don't feel like putting my phone in my pocket right now. That's another thing I could do. I could put my phone on the pole. I'm like having all of these ideas now. This is my first rain stream. My first rain stream right now. It's an actual rain stream. I've not done that before. Do other streamers stream in the rain? Or are they smart and they just don't stream? I mean, I'm trusting my stuff's covered in the back. I think it is. Doesn't feel like it's getting wet. I just don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put this umbrella. You know, what if here, let me try it. I'm gonna switch hands here. Let's switch hands. I know, boring stream, but it's fun. Fun for me anyway. I'm getting this.
Private directory for a more secret set I can take around with a USB. Does the repo I clone matter? As long as the clone is a bare repo.
Yep, you just do a bare repo. Yep, that's what I do. I have a USB and I do a bare repo clone. Yeah, it works very well. I really like it. I do. Yeah. I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you know how to do a bare repo, right?
You need to hire that kid from the other night to follow you around holding your umbrella.
I did. I should do that. I should do that. That's a great idea. Here, hold this.
Does it work on mobile as well?
What are you talking about? Mobile. Does what work on mobile? An umbrella? Does the bare repo thing? USB? I don't know anything about mobile yet. I don't know if you can attach a USB stick and use it as your private set from your mobile, which would be so ideal. We need to look into that though. If we're gonna make an app eventually.
Bare repo USB with pass, etc.
Oh, bare repo USB. Yeah, I think so. I think it would. The problem is on yeah. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the Git. I've never used a Git application on mobile before. Do they even have them? I assume they do. I assume they have them. Do they have Git applications for that kind of thing? I've never used one. I need to start looking into all that though, because being able to document things, somebody's mail, just sitting there getting wet. I mean, that's definitely a thing to do.
USBs can have a password. PogChamp.
Yeah. Yeah, and USBs can have pass. That's true. That is true. All right, I found the optimal place to hold my umbrella. Against the side of my forehead. Yeah, and then I can just like stick it right in me. You know what? These are all little things. I need to write a guide.
Rob, are you into pixels?
Am I into
Since
pixels?
I noticed you're using one.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the Pixel 6 or the new Galaxy S devices?
I don't know. I have a number of complaints about the Pixel, but I don't think they're big enough to outweigh my concerns over the voice to translation. So yeah, I'm getting kind of sweaty here because it's all, my God, it's so humid right now. Like I'm in a walking tent.
Buy a head with attached umbrella winking face.
Yeah. I thought about doing, those things are funny. I mean, I wouldn't look any weirder than I already look, you know? Although I will say, this Weatherman umbrella, which cost me $100, will resonate with the neighbors because it's a golf umbrella. It's like a high-priced golf umbrella. So the golfers are going to see it and they're like, oh my God, that's a nice umbrella. I want to go play golf with that guy. And they won't think I'm weird or less weird. Back to the whole Android conversation, Pixel thing. You know, the short answer there is I believe that Google Silicon is going to have the best natural language processing, period. They have the best...
Rob, I don't know. I'm a huge stock Android fan.
Yeah.
Samsung is pretty nice, but it's pretty bloated with Samsung-owned software.
Yeah, I hate
And
Samsungs.
the new divides don't have custom ROMs, so I can flash
Right.
GSI.
No, I ever since the Pixel came out, I've never looked back. I just get the Pixel. Look, you know, you guys know my feelings about, you know, smartphones in general, right? You do know that I gave up smartphones for 2 full years because of the privacy issues and stuff. And I finally said, fuck it, I can't get anything done without a smartphone. Everything about my life is already, you know, public. I personally am okay with buying into the system again. And here's the thing, if you're gonna buy into the mobile system, I hate to say it, but they're always gonna do better if you buy into one of the leading systems, and the Pixel is absolutely one of the leading systems. That I've loved my Pixels. I've loved my Pixels. I've had Pixels since the first version, and I've always really loved them. I particularly love the one I had last time, which was a little bit smaller than this one. I have 3 gripes about the Pixel 6. One is they didn't make it in a smaller size, which I wish they would have done too. They put this stupid ass ridge in the back, so you have to have a case or you're just going to be smashing your camera all the time. 3, they have mechanical noises that can be picked up on a live stream while the thing is focusing, which was really annoying. I just got to say, that was really fucking annoying. Because people are like, what's that clicking? What's that clicking? And I was so, what's the roosters are busy again. And so, I mean, that kind of bummed me out, to tell you the truth. I mean, that did, it was like a real bummer because I was like, you know, I'm doing this for live stream. And I guess a fourth thing there is a dead spot. You know, they tried to make it so there's the thumb scanning from the front, right? So they have a thumb scanner, a thumbprint scanner underneath the screen. Well, it kills a part of your screen for touch. And it happens to be right over the T or something. So every time if I'm in horizontal mode or something, if I try to type anything, it fucks up because it can't type right in that spot. It's like a dead spot. That is so annoying. So I know having them do the thumbprint scanner on the front is a new thing, and I feel like they're trying to dial it in a little bit more. And other people have had other complaints, but those are my. I have over
Galaxy S21 only because I'm located in Serbia.
Yeah.
And the Pixel is literally the same price as a flagship Galaxy device because of
Yeah,
import fees.
I believe it.
But aside of that, Team Pixel all the way.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm with you on that. You know, I'm totally with you on that. I think I would agree with that completely. You know, you just don't know what you're going to get. Speaking of which, you know, they banned Huawei modems and Inseego modems unless you buy them through AT&T, which is really funny. You know, people have been following my quest for IRL here, and I've been buying these, you know, these wireless modem things. By the way, I got 2 of them coming now, and they keep trying to ban Chinese products. And you know, there's ET and everything. It's really hard to get a modem here for all those same reasons. But I mean, I just it's just weird how you could be living in Serbia and have a totally different need from living in North Carolina just because of, you know, where you are. You know, I've heard people like Huawei because in Asia and in Indo-Asia because it's really supported there, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. I mean, I don't have strong opinions about these things.
Motorola had cheap stock Android. I wonder if they are still in business.
I don't know. One of the things that I want to test, it's kind of an expensive test. And I mean, maybe someday I'll actually be well known enough. I doubt it because I'm so fucking foul-mouthed that nobody's ever going to want to have me sponsor them. I am not a good sponsor. That's actually one of the primary things I've been reading about. If you want to get sponsors, which I absolutely don't, you need to be not sweary. Oh, must be garbage day today. So, anyway.
The way they fixed the Huawei problem in Serbia is that they are shipping their P50 lineup with Snapdragon 8 series processors without 5G.
Oh, really? Really? Interesting. I noticed that
Rixroth Silicon Kirin is not available here.
Oh, it isn't.
Sponsored by Golf Umbrellas.
You know, why not? If I ever actually did get a sponsor, I would want it to be one of the non-traditional sponsors. It would be like some really weird-ass thing, and I'd probably have to contact them about it. You know, I'm not going to get sponsored from Linode or NordVPN or... I mean, I don't... Or no rip IRL. I will say something, though, that happened to me today. You guys want to hear? Okay. I'm going to tell you anyway. This is kind of a nice view from the stream. I'm just looking at my phone here. It looks kind of nice. It certainly is a nice, happy stream. I'm super happy in seeing it in the rain here. Except for that car is going to like push me into... I do have my trail shoes on though, so there. I forgot my gaiters though. Anyway, I was talking about... what was I talking about, everybody? What was I talking about? You can hear the rain, right? What was I talking about? We're talking about sponsorships. I am so eccentric when I get out. What were we talking about? I could rewind my own stream to see what we're talking about. We were talking about IRL stuff. We were talking about... I think I might be getting Alzheimer's. Sponsors. Yeah, oh. It was about No Rip. You guys know No Rip, right? No RIP. And they run OBS servers that will, you know, stay up. So this morning I woke up, and I think it was because of a thunderstorm last night. We were completely dead.
You want a non-traditional sponsor?
I want a non-traditional sponsor, and one of the ones that I might want to think about doing. So I need to figure out how to run...
Should have done the Azure deal, maybe.
Maybe the Azure deal? I don't know. I mean, it's probably still open. I still have her email and everything, and you know, people are more interested. I'm not doing tech stuff enough. I mean, honestly, it doesn't worry me at all. As long as I have enough money to pay for, you know, the streaming accounts and a little bit of beer and food, I'm fine. I don't need to make this a full-time thing. Like, other people are really critically dependent on it. I'm not. But I did want to say that today I woke up and my worst nightmare happened about running Windows. We had a thunderstorm, Windows rebooted, and all my stuff was off. So I had to turn everything back on. And so, you know, I don't stream. My stream stops when the power stops. So one of the points of critical failure in this whole, you know, geeky endeavor is that. And it does concern me somewhat, because I'm like, if I start to stream in Vienna and my computer in America goes down, you know, I can stream. I can get rid of, you know, no albs, and I can stream directly to Twitch. I could always do that, but you know, I probably would want to use no albs and that kind of thing. So I need to figure out how to move my main streaming system into the cloud. So that's something I'm going to be working on over the next year. I have a lot of time to think about it. I don't need to rush it. But I need to be able to move a graphic, no albs overlay server that has all the graphic interface and everything. So it'd have to be remote desktop kind of thing. And I don't know if it was...
Interesting project.
Yeah, there's already people doing it, because NoRip.io sells them. For like $30 a month, you can get an OBS graphic server in the cloud. I don't even know how you connect to it. I think they actually have like a web page with, you know, remote desktop built into it. So you can just go, because I don't really need it to be fancy. I just need to be able to put my settings up there on a system that'll stay up and that I can fix if it, you know, from anywhere. And, yeah.
The cloud streaming machine across
regions, absolutely. And you would be able to go to whatever region. I mean, technically I can do it from my house.
A friend of mine builds motors for gas ships that might be just as expensive as your cloud fees.
Yeah. He builds motors? Really? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I know, I mean, well, we're really getting a test here, aren't we? This is awesome. I am totally dry. I am 100% dry from the waist down up. I love this. This is a really good test. And so far, nothing has come through. I'm just gonna keep on my walk. It's getting a little noisy though, huh? I mean, if we had stereo, it would be so much better. It's one of those cases where I wish I had stereo. You like hear it, you know, like ASMR, the rainstorm, you know. So yeah, I mean, God, why is there so much traffic today? I'm glad I got the big red umbrella. They can see me now. I mean, whoever kept saying that you need to get a different color, they're a genius, because they probably saved my life. Because when it gets rainy like this, I can't hear the traffic behind me like I normally can. So, great call, whoever did that. So I'm just going to say, I don't know what to do. I'm tempted though. It's not that hard to...
I like rain, feels Rainman.
Hey Temin, how are you? You like rain? Yeah, me too. I think this is a pretty good rain stream. Hey, hi. I think this might be... I've never ever seen someone stream from a rainstorm on Twitch. I'm sure people do it. I've just never seen it. It's kind of, the POV is kind of cool. It's like, you know, you're walking through the rain with me. It's kind of fun. I'm so addicted to this IRL stuff. I am. I wish I could do it all day. I cannot though. Lots of work to do today.
Time to buy Gore-Tex shoes, smiley face.
I know. Well, I got my trail runners on. So they are, I don't have socks. And so far they're fine. Gore-Tex, my feet would be fucking frying. This is more like Tiva weather. You guys know what Tiva is? Tiva is like, they're like the kind of amphibious shoes that you can, river guides wear them all the time. You can wear them out in the, you know, you can wear them in the mud and then just walk in the water and wash them off. But this is totally fine. This is actually pretty good for me to break these in, because these are trail shoes. The shoes, like those Outros that I got, you know, 2 days ago, that's what I'm wearing right now. And they're good because they dry out really fast. you know, but they protect my feet are really nice and warm and toasty. It's actually really warm right now. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It's really warm. It's kind of like jungle, you know, rain going on. But yeah, on the whole thing, Temin, do you know okay, so there's two possibilities for the OBS thing. If anybody has any more interesting questions, please let me know. I'm here for you. But I'm going to ask my own questions. And one of my questions is, what do you do with an OBS that needs to run at home? I could do a tunnel. I could do an SSH tunnel. And then I could do like an RTMP over SSH so that I could get an RTMP stream using SSH encryption so it wouldn't be insecure. I know it's a pain in the ass, but I could do it. I could do it so that I could like RTMP from my Mac using VNC or something or whatever. And then God, this is really heavy. And then what I could actually connect to my desktop computer, assuming that it started on reboot. And that's the thing I always worry about, is because I don't have the ability to reboot a computer remotely. To do that, I really have to invest in some server-side sort of things. I have to make my lab into a true ops center. I mean, I'd have to make it so that there's like a KVM someplace that I can connect to. And you could connect to the KVM, and you can reboot the KVM. Well,
I prefer VNC.
VNC, yeah. So, but see, here's the thing. How much of that can be done in the cloud? Now, there are some international cloud providers who have OBS. NoRip does, right? So I know NoRip does. But I'm wondering if I could set up my own server for that. In fact, part of me is thinking long term that I could set up my own server and run the BellBox cloud software on it. And I could combine that server with a graphic OBS server as well and just pay the fees together. I wouldn't want to do that every day because I stream so much, I would be paying out the nose for a server like that. So, I guess another thing too, I had my first drop actually fall through the umbrella. Yeah, I did. It must be getting really bad. My first drop actually fell through the umbrella and hit me, I think. Maybe I got wind blew it or something. This is kind of a test.
You can set up server easy.
You can set up a server easy. I don't know if it's easy, but I mean, you can.
GPU or without.
With GPU or without? Yeah, but we'd have to do. So would you VNC into the thing to control OBS on it? Is that what you would do? I think that would be the standard solution, right? I think the standard solution would be to set up OBS on it. You know? Kind of noisy, but well, I went out in just the right time to catch the rainstorm. Well, as soon as I get home, it'll be over. Watch. The rainstorm will be done. So whatever the plan is, I need to get OBS with all the trimmings, and that makes me wonder. So I'm kind of interested in running Linux desktop again on another computer to see if I can get all the stuff I need in OBS, like the NoAlbs, the browser plugin, that kind of thing.
Any remote control would you prefer, but it might be pricey.
Yeah, it would probably be pricey to get that. So, you know, it might be at that point that you just get like NoRip or something like that. Do you know what Rob uses? Rob CD? I was watching him last night. He's doing his bike trip. He's doing his bike-a-thon. It's kind of fun watching him. Oh, hey, hi. How you doing, Teaver? Yeah, my home lab is pretty tame right now. I haven't got anything filled out in it yet. My home lab is not really fleshed out. I have.
He used his own server at home.
He used his own home server. Well, he's an IT guy, so that would make sense, right? And I mean, he's close.
Hey Rob, how are you doing?
Hi, Teaver. I'm doing great. I'm having a good time walking through the rain. I kind of want to keep going for a bit. I have probably another 30 minutes here. I'm probably going to go walking tonight as well. It'd be fun to see the lake with all this rain, wouldn't it? I don't think we're going to be able to do that though. I think I need to turn around though. I mean, I want to, but I need to work. I need to catch up on work. I did do some work yesterday, but not enough. I need to catch up. So yeah, I think a home server is a thing. But here's a question: what happens when you're home?
One of paid service using Apache Guacamole to give customers access to OBS.
Yeah. Customers to access OBS. I did not know about that one. See, I do not know any of the modern, graphic display technologies. I'm not up to speed on all of them because I'm a terminal guy, and proud of it. But I do think that there are a number of things that we could look at there. I mean, we have a year to think about it. So, I mean, if I had somebody who could go in that I could, like my wife, for example, let's say I go on to Asheville trip, right? I could go in and say, honey, the power went off. Can I talk you through some things for me, and I'll take you to dinner when we come home, or something. And I could have somebody go in there and help me reset my stream, like, if in an emergency. So let's say I go to the beach and I'm on a week-long trip and there's a thunderstorm and my OBS goes down at home. I could talk, my wife or my stepson or somebody through how to restore the session. But when we're all gone on a family trip, that might be the time to pay the extra money and have a setup, maybe even an image, so that I could just turn it on. Or I just buy the no-rip stuff, I've seen... you
can set up on cheap server about $50 per meter.
Yeah, $50 per month is fine. I mean, for a trip. If you're going to it on a trip, that's an unnecessary extra cost I'd rather put in getting an extra modem right now. But if I go to Vienna or something, I just set up a server and then I can log into the server and just do it. We really need to find a service that will let me snapshot the VM so that I can just upload a VM. That would be the best. You know what I mean? So let's say, because even if I buy no-rip or whatever for that month of trip or whatever, I'd still have to go to it and, I'd have to get all this stuff set up, and I don't want to copy over the OBS files. I mean, I can do it with GitHub or something, but it would be even better if I could just save an image. If I had an image saved, and then I could just move that up, that would be so cool. That would be the ideal. But
I don't think they give you that stuff.
I don't think they do. It depends on where you go. I mean, when we're talking about servers, there's two.
Hi, Rob. Can't you wake up your PC on LAN? I think AnyDesk or TeamViewer let you do that. Yeah,
you can wake your PC up. My PC rebooted automatically. So, and you get security updates that you don't have control over. You can turn that off too. The trick is getting access to it once it gets started. So let's say, if my server doesn't come up again, I mean, if it comes up and it doesn't bring up SSH or it doesn't bring up whatever.
PC with Twitch chat bot.
Yeah. With the Twitch chat bot. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, there's a million ways to wake it up if you have OBS running. So like in my case right now, OBS is my weak link because OBS isn't running as a daemon. It's just running as a program. It's not a service. I can make it into a service, I know. I just haven't done it yet. So what I really, really want to get working, and this is where I'm talking about a streaming server starting to become more and more interesting to me. If we actually get a streaming server, like if I get a streaming server at home and I'm running Linux on it, even if it hits a power failure, that thing will reboot and it'll start everything back up. Just like your router or anything else, I can get it so that even with OBS, I could get it to start up OBS. So I'm starting to think that I need to run OBS on. I mean, there's another couple of considerations too. Like, so for example, when my stream restarts, I have to reset my wireless camera settings every time. I mean, my webcam. It doesn't remember any of the webcam settings, and I know there is a way to lock that down. I've done it before, but it's not like, you know, it's drag here, slide here. It's like you have to do it. It's just, I've just got to get better with auto configuration and practicing outages. Because, I mean, unless the power's like really out for a long time, in which case you're just fucked anyway. If that happened, I would just stream directly to Twitch. By the way, if that ever happened and I was remote, I would just use Bellabox and I would point the SRT stream instead of there, I would point it to Twitch instead. And somehow, I would point it to an RTMP relay or something. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it could be done. Thank you for just brainstorming with me here. Wallpaper. It said wallpapering on there. Yeah. I mean, in a perfect world, this stuff would be running all the time. And I just have to wake up and click a button. Plus, I also want to do more integrations. I'm starting, you know, you can do a lot of amazing integrations using the web browser in OBS. That's how all the main ones work. Most of the overlays in OBS are pulling that data off websites. Like, I noticed that. Bonjour. I love how she tried to read that. Bonjour Rob, nous avons aussi une journée morne et pluvieuse ici. J'espère que le moral est bon. Eh ben oui. Le moral est super. No, really, I'm like totally, this is my first rain stream, so I've been wanting to test this umbrella. Umbrella. Seriously, I'm like totally jazzed about this big red umbrella. No one's gonna hit me. All my gear is dry as a bone in a sauna. However how dry that is. My phone's got a little water on it because it's kind of lower. So, yeah, it's been really fun. Big Jim's asking me, I hope I'm still in good spirits.
It rains in Paris as well.
It's raining in Paris? Really? Wow. Yeah. I like the rain, actually. I'm super happy this is working. Because I hate being shut down by rainstorms. Also, this brings back tons of memories from when I was in Oregon. In Portland, Oregon, it rains every fucking day.
The widget editor is very good.
The widget editor? Oh, yeah. Streamlabs widget editor is good, too. Yeah. I mean, I gotta compare Stream Elements. I'm actually subbed to Streamlabs still for CloudBot and everything. I want to get off of that. I still have the Stream Elements too. But I mean, creating widgets is pretty easy. And I want to create a widget that ties into my... Yeah. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I have one. I have a UPS for that. I just haven't got it hooked up right now. I bought the new batteries and everything. Those are all kind of like the garnishing, you know. When I lived in Tucson, I could not work in July. They have monsoon season in Tucson, and your power would go out. Like, I have never seen so many brownouts in any city I've ever lived in. It would brown out like all the time, and you would lose all your work, like right in the middle of it. So I got a really good UPS for that. So that's going to go into my lab. Yeah. So, all good. It's all good. You could have any custom API? Yeah, that would be something to look at. I've been wondering about the differences between Stream Elements and Streamlabs. That actually needs to be a video. I want to make that video. I want to do that research and make that video because, you know, they both have really compelling, awesome things about them. I mean, the Streamlabs OBS tool is fucking amazing. However, I've now realized that I can't use it, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it. The widgets that I was using before, I'm not using as much on Streamlabs anymore. So CloudBot, you know I'm gonna get rid of. Everybody knows that. Make my own. I mean, that's a no-brainer to make your own CloudBot. Because then you can integrate with your own home system. You don't have to integrate it with some other external system, right? The other thing about Streamlabs is the use of I mean, the clip recorder in Stitcher, that thing's really cool, but I don't use it that much anymore because I don't make little tiny 20-second videos anymore. I don't do that anymore, so I don't really need it as much. Well, I really did use it a lot before, and that's just what got me into it. And what else? There's the chat highlighter, and I know that can be done. Those kind of things have to be integrated with OBS because you have to click on them, and I know that you could probably make a plugin to do it for OBS. Obviously they did. Streamlabs did. So I have to admit I am now getting off of Streamlabs. I'm going to stop paying that $10, and I mean, it was a good run. I really enjoyed it. But now that I'm doing so much more IRL stuff, I have a very intense need for good OBS. And I don't even know if I still want Linux. I mean, the Linux OBS depends on a plugin to give you the browser sources, which is already in the Windows version.
Streamlabs sucks, smiley face.
I mean, it doesn't suck. I know people don't like Streamlabs because of the whole claiming OBS ownership thing. But there's actually many things about Streamlabs that make it very convenient for a streamer. Like, really convenient. And there is no equivalent in Stream Elements or OBS. Those three things I just said, you do not have that. You do not get that in Stream Elements. You don't get that anything else. Now, Streamlabs, like, right, the chat that I have, the chat box that I'm having right now, that's because I set up a browser source. Basically, if you don't have a browser source option, and you don't have a media source that takes a URL, you're done. And you can't do those things on Linux. I have not seen anything that can do that on Linux. I know people are going to say you can do it. I'm like, okay, well, it's not in OBS by default. It is on Windows. The Windows OBS by default can set the cloud Bellabox source, and it just works. You can set a browser source, and it just works. And that includes your chat stuff.
Good afternoon, Rob and chat.
Hey, have a good afternoon. Yeah, so you can add those other things. God damn, what is with the traffic today? It must be lunchtime. There's a ton of traffic. Look at those little waves coming down that driveway. God, I'm glad I didn't go out on a trail. I almost did. I came very close. I came very close to doing the trail today. Doing a muddy trail. That would have been a mistake. So, I don't know, we'll go ahead and compare everything and see how stuff goes. You know. I mean, I'm still, it's all discovery. All discovery. Actually, I'm kind of motivated to do some IRL. I'm really surprised at how little the IRL streamers on Twitch actually talk about their rigs. One of the things I like about Hitch is he was pretty open to talking about it. It's almost like, I almost feel like they're like, I don't know, I don't know, I'm not going to assume that, but sometimes it feels like they don't want to help other people because they want to stay the top dog. You know? I don't know if that's true, but sometimes it feels that way. It might be also too because they get so many questions, but none of them have ever done a real exhaustive overview of their setup. They don't. Maybe it's because it just bores other people or what. I don't know. Because when I'm getting mine done, I'm gonna make schematic diagrams of how you can make your own kit and the exact angle to put the wires and what cables to use. Because every single one of those things matters. If you think you get the right power cable and it doesn't have the right voltage, you're screwed. It won't work. I mean, and I want to help other people do it, IRL. So this whole server thing that we're talking about, I don't want that. I don't want you to have to be. I think no rip might be the way to go on that. We should probably talk to Leslie. Leslie does no rip, but and she does have overlays. So I think she's been using VNC or something to set up her overlays in there. But I don't think that if we did that, I don't think we could set up overlays for oh, I did find the map thing. I'm going to start adding that. What do you guys think? I want to add a bang map command. You guys can see exactly what street I'm on. I noticed that Rob does that. I feel like he does it because he's a biker. Nah, no rip, man. I mean, no rip is just a server running OBS. So I'm sure we could figure it out.
Better our own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we should do our own. It would be better if we, you know what? And what we could do, I wonder how much of it we could put in a Docker image. You know? I wonder. Because then it'd be step 1, install server. Step 2, install Docker or containerd or whatever. Step 3, you know, pull down image and configure. Because we could use like Docker Compose and without getting too crazy, you know. We wouldn't have to use Kubernetes or something. It does make me wonder what Kubernetes would do if you were to do it with Kubernetes. I mean, I'm sure we could do it with Kubernetes. It might be too much complexity though. See what I'm saying? Anyway, super boring. I know, I'm sorry it's so boring, everybody, but these are questions that I am now really financially motivated to answer because, you know, I stream all the time, every day, and I'm paying a lot of money for the streaming, the ability to stream. Yeah, so I'm paying like, these days I'm paying $200 a month just to be able to stream a consistently nice, good stream. And out, like, everybody notice how much better the stream is? So I'm gonna troll for praise here. I mean, that street that we just walked down, all right, if you go back like half a year, I tried to stream that exact spot with my phone and a gimbal, and it was a disaster. It was a disaster. And now I can stream that exact same area in the middle of a rainstorm, which is supposed to kill Wi-Fi signal. Or mobile wireless signal.
And some paid services use Windows and Linux with OBS BTW.
Oh, so use Windows and Linux. So we could actually do Windows if we had to. I mean, look, I don't have a thing against Windows. I mean, I would feel kind of dirty running a Windows server. But if there was ever a reason to run a Windows server, that is it. OBS for Windows is far superior to OBS for Linux. That's just objective. You can go look at the number of plugins, you can look at the GPU integration, you can look at the Twitch authorization. Everything is easier. So, and I mean, because that's where the attention is. People, I mean, it's still open source and everything. I don't like saying that, I'm just reporting facts. So if that's a fact, then...
Good morning, Bruno.
Hey, how's it going? And so yeah, do we have to go back, Mom? Do we have to go back, Mom? I want to stay out. The rain's kind of dying down. I don't like going back in the house. I don't like it. I don't like going in the house. I mean, you know what I could start doing again? You know, I've had scheduling on my mind a lot lately. I could, you know, oh my God.
You can talk to guy who run one paid services. I think he can tell you more. You need a cabin in the woods.
One paid services? Yeah. Okay, so I've talked to my manager before about this, and they're kind of okay with it. I'm going to throw something out there. I'm going to throw something out I've been doing the schedule. I've been doing the calendar. I've been rethinking about the calendar lately. And dude, I am having so much fun right now. And I just do not want to go back in. And it's also sunshine. Do you know what bums me out? What bums me out is the evening comes and I'm like, unless I go to a pub or a shopping store or something like that, I can't really stream anything because there's no light. You know what I mean? And if I'm going to do outdoor streaming, I need to do it during the day. Also, so you know where I'm going with this, right? Anybody who's been watching me stream for any amount of time knows that I've had sort of a mixed up sleep schedule for a long time. And I do most of my work in the early morning hours, late night, early morning hours. Like my real serious work. And I get a shit ton of work done. Because I'm really motivated and it's dark outside and everybody's asleep and I got you all watching and stuff like that. But during the day, especially in the summer, I have such a hard time working. It is so hard for me to work because I'm looking outside. I'm like, oh my God, it's a beautiful day, even with the rain. And I just don't want to work. It's really hard. Now I know I have to work because I got to pay the bills and everything. But this is where I'm going with the schedule. I'm seriously considering expanding the number of streaming hours I do during the day outside on random trips, and then working, you know, my 6 to 8 hours at night, starting at 7 o'clock when the sun goes down. And then what would happen is then at night, I would be really kicking it in. Now, I still have to go to meetings during the day. I can't escape that. There's going to be, you know, Wednesdays, for example, is like meeting day, right? But if I do it right, then, you know, I mean, I'll still be sleeping on the same schedule. It'll just be flipping out when I do the work and when I do the other stuff. Because, I mean, think about it. It doesn't make any sense. I talked about this before. It doesn't make any sense to work indoors when it's a beautiful day outside, when you could do the same exact work at night, when, you know, stuff's closed up. Sorry, I think I swallowed a fly. Perhaps I'll die. I mean, this walk is really bringing that to my attention now. Yeah, it really is. I mean, that's like really weighing on me now, because I'm not going to be able to think of anything else now. If I do that, then I don't have to do a morning and an evening stream.
Protein OPOP.
Protein, yes. Protein.
First, do you have to choose one or the other?
No, I don't really have to choose. I can do both at the same time. But, you know, as usual, I want to be honest. I don't want to. My employer's been, since we work remote, my employer's been very generous.
Help to visualize it with, which is a higher priority to your well-being.
Yeah. Visualize it with, which is a higher priority to well-being. Well, getting out is definitely a higher priority to my well-being, no doubt. I mean, if I sit indoors all day, I'll be totally burned out from work. Hey, ascertainment. I'll be totally burned out. This is what's going to happen. I'll be totally burned out from work, and then at night I won't be able to stream anything. So what will I end up doing? You guys know. How many of you know what I'll do? What will I do? I'll be totally burned out from being on the computer at work and stuff, so I don't want to do any more coding or anything. So night will come around, and instead of coding, I'll play Dota or Overwatch for like 2 hours, 3 hours, because my wife won't be home. I'll have nothing to do. I can stream. I can maybe walk around Harris Teeter like we've done in the past. We tried to do some night running streams, which are really great, but they're just too dark. You know what I mean? And you see where I'm going with this, right? So I mean, I'm glad you asked that, Garfield, because that's a real important decision point. And I told you this is largely vlogging, so this is just me thinking out loud. This is the kind of stuff I would do anyway if I was just walking around. I mean, you make life choices and stuff, right? If you have the option of working.
Time with stupid games that give not much value back.
No, they don't. They don't give games. And you know what? Look, I love games. But, you know, 3 hours into the game, I'm like, did I really need to play that game for 3 hours?
Pro Dota streamer, Kappa.
I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro. I'm having fun with it, but I'm not throwing games out. Don't get me wrong. But there's so many other things to do. I mean, at night I could like play guitar. I could practice my guitar, which I do want to start doing. I'll probably do that a little bit on stream. I do want to code on some projects, but I tend to do major coding projects during the winter. And I got, you know, the boost going on now and everything. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to determine if my newfound love for being outside is yet another, you know, passing obsession, which is what happens with me a lot. I'm very OCD. So I'll like, oh, I'm just gonna IRL stream all the time, and I'll do my work whenever, and then, you know, it'll pass, and then I'll do the bonsai thing, and I'll be obsessed with that for 2 months, you know, and then we'll have a project at work that takes up all of my time, and I'll spend like way more than 40 hours a week on the work project, which is what Jupiter Hub was. Holy shit, they made so much money on me with Jupiter Hub. Whether or not they actually used my research and stuff that I did for that Jupiter Hub stuff, the number of hours I put in on that outside and off the clock, which they told me not to do, they came up and said, do not do that. So, I mean, if you have this, I'm going to say something. A lot of stuff's very controversial, and there's got to be some managers out there that are probably take exception with what I'm saying. My manager doesn't. I'm thankful to know.
It won't be a passing obsession if it doesn't get in the way of you achieving your other
other projects and passions. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right. So I spent 2 hours last night.
The other this will not be sustainable.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I spent 2 hours last night studying how to get my teaching English as a foreign language certificate, which is $1,800, and I want to get it. And I was looking at all these pictures of Americans all over the world that had like classrooms full of people from other cultures and countries, and they were the odd person out because they were clearly the American, and they were all just walking. Hey, there's another umbrella person, yay! They were all just walking around. They were all having fun, and I was like, oh my God, that's like my dream. That's like my dream, and I'm like, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm like looking at these pictures. I'm like, why? A lot of them are young, I'm like, why can't I still have that dream? Is this a bucket list thing because I'm old and I'm on my way out? I'm not actually. I got 30 years at least, and we're going to Vienna next year. I really, 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 really want to do that. In fact, if the streaming comes up and my software contributions come up a little bit, and let's say I go back to SkillStack private mentoring, and maybe I take a contract here or there, I could turn down the amount of time that I work for Tech Systems officially. I could say, this is one of the things that's great about working for a contractor, by the way. If you work for a contractor, you can officially get it approved that you're only working 20 hours a week. It's really great for retired people or semi-retired people. Because even though you make less money per hour because, the contractor takes a certain money, you can kind of control how much you work. Now, some people might say, no, we need more of a resource than that. But a lot of people, like my current employer, I think they would be okay with it because they're, particularly somebody who's older, because they know the situation and they want you there for the wisdom and the architecture and the peer review and things like that. They know you're going to keep up. But they also know that, that it's, work isn't everything, especially in your latter years. So I'm seriously considering, because let's face it, I'm not going to be able to fully retire. I would go crazy if I did anyway. But if I got a teaching English as a foreign language certificate, I could stream teaching foreign language, which a lot of people do already. I just do it in my way.
For me, I get the most organized when I sit down and start putting dollar values
on your day.
An hour in the day.
Yep.
That way I have to budget for how much I want to spend with the currency of time on
Yep.
each thing I want to do.
Oh, I love doing that. You sound very...
Sounds fun, but don't have a high up priority.
Yeah. You sound... there's the... Remember I was sitting there the other night when the cop was here? So, this is where we met Karen. Her name is actually Karen. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. That's the kind of OCD thing that I would do too. Like, I get my spreadsheet out, I start breaking everything down, 3 hours later, I kind of know where I want to go and everything. But I think what I guess the bottom line is what I'm getting to is I think I could hit all my base income needs pretty well by having a part-time tech job in Kubernetes or security, by doing pen testing on the side, which takes up time, but if you get automation, it's not that much time, and by teaching English as a foreign language in another country or here, and by doing my boost streams and my IRL stuff. And it's not a resignation that I'm thinking about doing. I love my job right now. I love it. I love what we're in charge of. I love what we're doing. I love what it is doing for the world. And that's the real thing. I love my team. My team is just awesome. They're just amazing. So I mean, I think honestly, I think the people that you work with outweighs the job so much more for me. I mean, there's a certain priority, right? But the weight that I would put to the people that I'm working with and how well I get along with them, how well I could work with them, the weight of that is so high for me at this point in my life. Because I've worked with dicks. I've been a dick, but I've also worked with dicks. And I'm like, no, I don't want to work with that person. I've had people on the last day have me come into my cubicle and threaten me. That happened at Nike. This guy who was he wasn't even really a hotshot. used SQL to fix a thing that should never have been done, and Phil Knight promised something, and he ended up being able to do it by breaking our database, doing things that you should never do. And I knew it. And I was the only one technical enough to know how much he'd fucked up the database in order to meet the needs of Phil Knight, who thought he was a rock star. And I quit. I mean, it wasn't over that. I quit over other things. And he came into my cubicle and he threatened me. He did. It's a true story. He came into my cubicle, he threatened me. He said, I just want you to know that I will find you. He smiled at me. He said, hey, I hope you have a good time and everything. He was like trying to say goodbye. This actually happened. And he said, he says, you know, and I thought, oh, this is great. He's just, you know, wishing me well and everything. We had kind of a tension between us, but it was never really anything open. And then he comes up and he says, you know, and by the way, I just want you to know that if you ever communicate anything negative about what I've done here to, you know, and he named the managers and the people here, that I will find you and you cannot hide from me. That was the last thing he said to me, and then he walked out. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This guy was so paranoid about the shit that he had pulled off to become a hero, which was totally wrong and everything, that I was like, you know, well, my wife is still in there, and I'm all set up for a walk. Hey, how's it going? Hey, there's a squirrel. The squirrels love the post-rain stuff. Look at them, they're going crazy now. I wonder if she's out back. Let's go see if she's out back. You can't skateboard in this stuff. So, oh man, dog shit. Big pile of dog shit. Glad I didn't step in that. I'm just be happy you have a good team to work with. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know, people who are actually rational human beings. Rains. Oh, it's muddy back here. Look at that. Good thing I got my trail shoes on. Oh, if my skate's gonna rust. My skateboard's gonna rust. It's gonna rust out. If I go back in right now, I'm gonna have to. If I go back in, I'm gonna have to. Do something. Did it get rain on the lens map? No. I'm afraid of going back in too early because I'm afraid everything with the AC, everything will fog up. All the internal electronics will fog up.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking through that thought there. I need to give it some thought right now. Or I could go for another walk. Let me ask my wife what she's doing. She's getting ready to go someplace, so I don't want her to lock me out. I mean, there's another thing too. It's another thing I wasn't counting on, but by putting a pack on and everything, it's not a hassle, but it's enough of a hassle to only want to do like one stream a day and then make it a big long one. You know. I'm good. I streamed in the rain. It was my first rain stream. Hi, Sam. Well, PowerShell? You're learning PowerShell. Well, you might need to do it. You need to learn to hack. Sam, come on out here. Are you scared? You can come out. Come on.
Wait.
You're gonna put a raincoat on her?
Of course I am.
I only have two. Both my hands are occupado right now. Come on. Hi. It's raining.
PowerShell has come a long way.
Go.
Yeah, it has come a long way. I agree. She's like, nope.
Go pee. Hurry up. You can do it. I believe in you. Go pee.
Still the quickest way
Dog-
to deploy
dog.
resources to Azure.
Well, I deploy resources. I know.
Really appreciate the boost yesterday. It gave me a lot of confidence to try new things.
Yeah, I mean, we tried a lot of new things yesterday. Good girl, Sam. Good girl. You're such a good girl. she wants to play, but she can't. She's like, it's raining. I can't play in the rain. But she's like, Rob's playing in the rain. I'm playing in the rain. I said play too, didn't I? She does not like shit on her eyes. Look at her. But when you do it, she thinks she has to keep it there because you're a mom. It's kind of mean. Well, mom put it there, so she must mean she's not trolling me.
Come on in.
Are you doing your store thing?
What?
Are you doing the store thing?
I'm doing one thing at a time.
Okay.
Which means I've been trying to declutter her.
Or you're decluttering. You'll be here a while then.
Yeah. Why?
I need to declutter my room too.
Yeah.
I don't want to come in. It's really fun.
Alright, then go play in the rain.
What?
Go play in the rain.
Go play in the rain. I got permission from my mom to play in the rain again. Mom, can I play in the rain some more?
It's like you're always asking for permission.
I know. I know what? It's not even you I'm asking permission from. It's like the universe. I'm like, am I allowed to like enjoy life? You know? Versus do what you're supposed to do. That's not even far from the truth. It really is true. I tell you what, we'll go and we'll walk a little bit more. Because I'm just having fun and I'm all wet already. And if I'm going to do it, I don't want to have to get all wet again. I tell you what, we'll go down the other. I want to go see the lake at the rain. What time is it? I have to be back by 4 though, because I have a meeting at 4. I have a meeting at 4. So I know. Let's go walk over to the high school. We'll walk over to the high school. My wife is kind of lucky right now because she's got a job where she can make her own schedule. She can do whatever she wants. You know what she's been doing lately? She's been doing her art like between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. all of her great art. Oh God.
I am going to get to all the things I've wanted to do, but too lazy to tear things back apart.
You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, Ben. Like all those things you want to get to, you want to like tear them apart and fix them back up. I have a ton of shit. And it's around Memorial Day, I think, that it starts to hit everybody. I think, you know, there's something to that whole spring cleaning thing. Memorial Day, summer's kind of on the way. You know it's coming, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna regroup. I'm gonna put my summer clothes in my you know, my drawers, and I'm gonna put my warm clothes, you know, away in storage. I'm gonna, you know, tune up my garage tools. I'm gonna, you know, fix my computer lab up, whatever, you know. And I think that's the thing. We're actually gonna go walk on this completely dead parking lot of a road. Yeah, my wife has been spring cleaning every room. She's like wiping down the baseboards, getting rid of the mold. Yeah. Oh God, I can't show you right now, but I got this cable mesh. How's it going? I got this cable mesh that is so nice. This cable mesh is so nice. I gotta show it to you. I'll show it to you later. It's so beautiful. It's got this like little bit of red in it. So I have like 3 cables that go to my GoPro, and I put it in this cable mesh. You'll find it's the #1 bestseller on Amazon. Okay, this is a great test. See my shoes here. My shoes are all muddy, but my feet are not uncomfortable. So I'm testing out these new trail runners, which by the way have tons of better grip right here. I'd be sliding my ass all over the place because they have grip on them. Cable sleeve, yeah. I got a cable sleeve, and I run the mic wire, the USB power, and the HDMI in the same cable thing. So I just have one wire coming out that attaches to my GoPro on a stick. GoPro on a stick. Yeah. So it's really good stuff. All right, so yeah, we are taking our life in our hands, but we have a big red umbrella, so we should be good. We could go all the way to Harris Teeter if we wanted to. This is my apartment. I'm going to tell you something else. I'm announcing something today. I'm going to announce another thing to you right here. I am definitely... Uh-oh. Are we still streaming? What happened? Did I bump something? I am definitely... I don't know if I want to say it now. All that lead up, but I don't know if I want to say it now. Well, I'm definitely going to take up the amount of streaming that I do. You have a patch panel on the front and back of your rack? Quick disconnect? Oh yeah, that's the best way to do it. I have that. I had that in my rack before. So I want to do... Okay, I'm going to put the calendar together. We're going to put lots of things on the calendar. Lots of like fun things on the calendar. And I'll wait on the other stuff. I know you're still there. I'm kind of discombobulated right now. I don't know why. I just am. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, look at all the trash. Oh, God. Do we get water on the lens? Oh, my God. Ooh. Ow. What the fuck was that? There's like a wire right there. You see that? There's like a fence right there. I'm gonna get some wire cutters and cut that shit. There's like a fucking tripwire right there, like literally a tripwire. I'm gonna cut that shit. I'm gonna bring my cable cutters and I'm gonna cut that shit. Are you really? Oh man, I don't know. I want racks, but I don't want to promise anything yet because I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing with them. You know? Don't worry, we're gonna go the quiet way. Yeah, I'm pretty decided on this thing. I don't really even need to ask for permission. I've already discussed it with my manager. I've had many personal conversations with my manager about it. My manager's very proud of being progressive, and you know, as long as you add value and get your hours in, they're okay with it. Can I just say how fortunate I am to have that situation? Also, I'm starting to realize how dumb it is for me to not take advantage of that. And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean let's just talk through this a little bit. You guys, I'm having thoughts out loud here, which is always dangerous, right? I only have the one battery, which is only going to take us 4.5 hours. So in that sense, I'm limited for now. I do have the other battery here, and I'm working on another rig that'll we can swap out the batteries on it. Also, hey Bonjoni. That 12U and 18U rack grid sounds fun though. Thank you so much for offering, Jeep Guy. I might have to take you up on that. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But seriously, I mean, how many people can actually say they can make their own hours? And look, I make good money, like really good money. But, you know, it's still less than other people my age in my career. I could make a ton more. So why do I bring that up? Because when you get to a certain point in life, you sacrifice money for other things, like flexibility in your job. Like being able to go hiking during the daylight hours and bust out code during and projects during the nighttime hours. And I mean, God, at least 10,000 people at the company that I work for right now are on another time clock. In fact, I've run support issues for people who I can interact with because it's 3 a.m. and in India it's their workday. So, you know, and I've been working from home for more than 26 years. So my conclusion is, you know, other than scheduled meetings, and I'll just tell my buddies and friends and everybody that I work with, I'm like, look, I'm more than happy to have a scheduled meeting with you. Let's do these meetings on days and times that are convenient for you. If you want to do it on Wednesday, I'll still defer to them for the most part. Sometimes I forget, like today. But sometimes I'll forget to have a meeting. I know I have 2 more hours before my next meeting. I can actually call into that meeting. See, that's another thing too. I asked my manager, I said, can I can I call in to these meetings? He's like, yeah, sure. Because I haven't been. I mean, some of the meetings I could just call in from my phone and put my phone on mute and do that whole thing, you know. And you know where I'm going with this, right? I bet you can guess. I'm moving to...
Say that in US, the average employee works 10 hours a week plus a day.
Oh, I know. And yeah, and I
Just applied for a remote job. I hope it will be the same with flexible hours.
Upwork.
Upwork doesn't pay enough. It
Yeah.
is fun, but they search for $10 per hour senior C++ programmers on Upwork.
That's
Sure.
crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, Frank. I think I know what you're talking about, though. You know, I mean, you're a very, very capable programmer. You're capable of doing work. You're capable of figuring shit out. You're like a senior veteran IT kind of person. Programmer, IT / whatever the fuck. I mean, at a certain age, you pretty much have a lot of bases covered. You know, you have certain bases covered more than other bases, but you could pretty much do any IT job given a certain amount of time. Especially.
I feel the same way. A friend of mine makes more than me working at a tech company.
Yeah.
And like you said, money isn't everything. I'm perfectly happy writing
Yeah.
software for a bank lol.
Yeah, and you know, look, it doesn't define who you are. You know, a lot of people are resigning from their jobs because like, oh, I'm not happy in my job or whatever. And I mean, I understand that. I've been through that, but you know, your job doesn't define you. It can define you. My wife is in the fortunate position of you know, doing the thing that she absolutely loves. In fact, she has the opposite problem because she'll do it so much that she has to force herself to take breaks.
Yeah, I phoned with them already, made some proposals how to do the job. We'll probably
Yeah.
talk to the CEO in a few days, smiley face.
Yeah.
A 10x programmer, did you try
TopTal. TopTal is actually, they rebranded like, what is it, 5-6 years ago? I remember when they were, what was it, 100K plus jobs? I think that was the name of it. They had a different name. Their name before was like 100K plus jobs or something. Yeah, but back, you know, that's nothing now. Now we have to be 200K plus jobs. Yeah, oh, was it LinkedIn? Okay. Yeah.
A recruiter.
A recruiter? Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of work out there for IT. That's the reason that I'm so, you know, I learn IT if you can stand it, is because it might not be your central calling. I think I'm a language instructor, a journalist, and a writer, but you know, I don't know that I could make the money needed to maintain my lifestyle or my family with those careers, unless you dedicated your whole life to it. And so picking up IT skills on the side and doing those things for a bank or for somebody who's going to pay you consistently and probably going to lay you off randomly at some point. That's how they operate. You just accept that that's the state of affairs, and you take your skills, you go someplace else instead of, you know, doing other things. And to me, I mean, anybody who's been in tech for any amount of time will tell you that, you know, one day, you know, I was making very small. That's actually a real thunderstorm, and I have an umbrella. Is this metal? Please no. Please not let this be metal. We do have lightning here. God, that would be a way to go out. I don't want to think about that.
There are a lot of jobs at the moment.
You're right, and there's lots of jobs. I mean, particularly in tech, and very broadly in tech. I think web development, there are jobs there. I think there's just more saturation of people trying to get web jobs. So, I mean, whatever. I don't want to sound too critical today. I just want to have a fun time and just go walk on the trail. But, I mean, I feel sort of foolish. Oh, look at this frog pond with all this new rejuvenated fresh rainwater. It was like a sty for brain-eating amoebas and stuff before, and now it's like this fresh, beautiful pond with all of these little animals and bugs out there. Did you see them? Look at all those little buggies.
Thanks for the beautiful
Oh, look at, they're all tadpoles. Those are all tadpoles. You see them? There's like a ton of tadpoles there. The tadpoles are going crazy, man. I am a little kid playing in the rain. I am literally a little kid playing with the frogs in the rain right now. It's like I'm 4 years old. 54. 4 plus 50. I'm a 4-year-old stomping in puddles. I really am.
I wish it would rain here.
You know what's so funny is I was like all paranoid about the rain before, and now I'm like, bring on the rain again. Please, I want to stream in the rain. Let me stream in the rain, please. Oh God, look at that. You know what it does is it refreshes everything. This lake is like a big algae sludge pond mostly, but look at it now. It's like all beautiful, all clear, fresh water. Yeah, it rains here quite a bit. The North Carolina is becoming sort of the subtropical zone.
Reason number 7 will shock you, Kappa.
What, morning. What is reason number 7? I have to know. What is reason number 7? I have to know now. I can't look it up. This lens purchase was the best purchase for my GoPro in the last 2 years. Is it lightning? I like the lightning. I kind of want to go play in the mud now. Mud and electronics don't go well together though. It is kind of visual ASMR though. I have to admit, I'm like looking at the stream myself and I'm like, that looks pretty fun. I would like to watch this stream. Old guy going for a walk in the rain. Old semi-retired guy. I'm actually not semi-retired. I need to work hard. I do though. And a lot of times you guys don't see it because what I'll do, I won't stream it, but I'll have my laptop, my work laptop, and I will bust ass on that thing. I will like kick ass and get something really done. I'll spend a really intensely focused amount of time on it, and I will accomplish what most people would get done in a fraction of that time. I mean, or that would take them much longer. And I'm not saying that to brag or flex or anything. That's just, I've learned that if you, I don't know what it is. I've learned that if you provide really serious moments of focus, you can get so much more done. I don't know if I'm ADD. I've never been diagnosed with anything. I'm definitely crazy. I don't think anybody would dispute that fact. I'm definitely crazy. I just don't know what form of crazy or neurotic or whatever you want to call it. And I don't mean that to be pejorative. Mental illness is a real thing. Watch Mr. Robot. But there's a lot of it in my family, actually. But, God, look at the ferns, man. Like, all the greenery is just like opening up like, yes, please, rain more. You see it? This is another reason to go walking during the rain. So much of the plant life is like, yes, awesome. And the insects are like running for shelter. Oh God. I think we're all, I used to say, yeah, that's what I do. I literally put earplugs in. I'm not even kidding. Because the sensory, even the keyboard chatter will distract my brain. And sometimes you'll see me do this on co-working. Sometimes like when I'm doing co-working streams, sometimes I'll do the same thing and you hear the music, but I have the music off. And I'll just get into the zone. I mean, when I was doing bonsai, I did a lot of that. You see Chris do this too. I've seen Chris Nova get into that mode a couple times while streaming, Although she still has Retro Terminal. I love Retro Terminal, but I could not code every day with it. It would make me crazy. It would make me crazy. Like my eyes, I just can't do it. But
put on some good music, maybe a little jazz cabinet.
Yeah.
Gotta give me a keyboard. I can take over.
Exactly. Oh my God. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You do have to have, I like to have a little bit of, 80s music or jazz or something, and I can just bust it out. If I have maybe a coffee to get me off, up and running, I can like really kick shit. I just really am productive that way. I don't think it's unique. I think there's a lot of, it's probably a skill we should talk about. The guy talks about it in Deep Work, but he's largely full of shit. He hits some main points that are pretty common, but the rest of it's like bullshit, especially the end of Deep Work. You guys know the book Deep Work. In the end, it starts to get kind of bullshitty. But you're severely ADD. Yeah. So, I mean, you just kind of have to deal with your thing, right? Another reason I know that I have to do that is I used to have to do this in college too. In college, I would go to my workplace at like 6, 7, 5:30, 6 a.m. and I would just cram it. I would get all of my homework done in like 2 hours. And if I tried to do homework at the library or something, it would drag out to like 6 hours or some shit, you know? It always took me longer. And once I discovered that if I got up early before anybody was up and I went up there and I just busted it out, that I did better. I did much, much better. Yeah. 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 You try to do it and then your brain works on it even when you're not working on it and you break through, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the real thing. I've had that happen many times. Most of my So my subconscious is like digging through all of these IRL options. Uh-oh, are we F? Are we F? This is a bad place, so how about now?
And we're back.
Are we back? Capture card error, had an error.
You back.
Okay, the capture cards, it says we had a capture card error, just in case anybody wants to know. And I don't know if it got wet. I don't think it did. I don't think it got wet. All right, thanks. Yeah, you know what? I've noticed this, Tim, and you'll be interested, that, oh God, there we go again. The capture card kind of hiccups. On occasion, it kind of hiccups. We're gonna... Oh God. We're going to the high school. We've been here before. I've been here like 5 or 6 times. I'm probably not allowed on the campus during the day while they have school in sessions, you know, for all the normal reasons. Especially in America, there's tons of reasons not to let random strangers on your campus during the day. It's so sad. I don't like talking about it. It might have.
Speaking of trying to understand things, just got K8's gateway working to allow me to run Pile and Kubernetes.
Oh, did you really? You got Pile running. I think I might have seen you doing that. Were you streaming that?
I think it could be the walking that makes it easier for me.
Well, there's definitely there's no bouncing happening right now. There's no bouncing right now. Are you guys getting, let me know if it happens again and at any level. Oh shit. Did you see that? That truck just almost got totally T-boned by that huge van because high school drivers. Did you see that? We're at Lake Norman High School. Okay, the reason I'm coming down here is because this entire road that we're on was completely inaccessible before. I couldn't stream anything here before. So I'm kind of testing fate on purpose. See how far we can go. So this is the high school. They have to check everybody in and out. Oh, really? Yeah, I've had... Used to connect Camlink. I got rid of them. I got rid of all that, by the way. These are high school drivers, so I don't trust them. Oh, does it? I did not know that. I think the USB stuff is fine. I don't know. I took off the adapter, one of the adapters. I've been trying to remove as many pieces as possible because everyone's like a point of failure, you know? Like to get exactly the right size cable and stuff. I'm pretty sure I was studying Rob. I did it.
BC is the way to go. Speed and power.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah. So the It's the Anchor, battery, the 2800 or 26,000. I don't remember which one. It definitely turns off when you charge it. You cannot daisy chain them. It's impossible. So I was actually watching Rob CD a little bit more, and he was talking about the battery, how much time he had left. He takes 3 batteries with him, but he swaps one of the batteries out during the stream. I'm almost positive. I don't have proof of that yet.
It also can be medium mod.
Medium mod, I have it. It could be the medium mod. The medium mod is not moving at all, though. There's been very, very little movement. If anything, I think it's just heat. It did that before. It overheated before a little bit. I think it's after it gets past like 2 hours, it starts to wait. Did it just do it again? Did it just do it again? Did it happen to you, or is that just me? I can never tell because I'm watching on chat here. Here's the fire department. God, it's nice and quiet down here now.
No, we good.
You good? Okay.
No, it's fine.
Thank you. I'm just gonna keep walking down this path. I might even run this battery out just on a walk. I mean, this walk is so pleasant. I'm just enjoying every second of it. Really, really enjoying it. We go traipsing through those forests sometime too. It's getting a little bit windier here. And you haven't heard any wind noise because we got the dead cat, and the dead cat's out of the shot now. I finally figured out how to do that. The dead cat was in the shot before. It's kind of bad. It's kind of lonely out here right now.
23 degrees Celsius, windy at 6 kilometers per hour, 87%
Wow.
humidity.
Did you do weather? I think you can do bang weather, right? Another thing too that
Born is US.
oh, I don't know about that. Grass is always greener. There are many great things about the U.S., but you know, other places don't always have it. I don't know. It's so complicated.
Like these streams. For the past 25 years, I've always said when the kids are 18, I am moving to North Carolina.
Oh, did you?
No idea why I picked there. I've never been there and don't know much about it, and this is the
Yeah.
first time I've seen it. From WTCR.in.
Yeah, North Carolina. It's storm's coming down. This is kind of fun. I like this. This is kind of a challenge. I kind of have to angle the umbrella to keep the rain from blowing on my face. Stay off the road here. I'm glad my umbrella's red. Whoever told me to get a red umbrella, God bless you. There's a little bit of a lightning concern going on, but there's so many poles around me right now that if I would hit a pole, the lightning would hit a pole. I've seen that before. When I was in Russia, lightning hit a light post near Arbat Street, and it blew up the light post right in front of us. It was the most amazing thing. I'm singing in there. You know what I need? I'm going to get one of those speakers so we can have music. You like the Carolina Panthers? Yeah. I'm not a native. I can't claim Carolina as a native. Oh my God, I'm so glad for this umbrella right now. Shit. If I didn't have this umbrella, dude, if I did not have this umbrella right now, I would be soaking wet. I'm a little nervous. Like, I want to find other shelter. What if we go in the forest? I mean, it's coming down kind of intensely right now. This is like really intense. I'm like really, really exposed. Holy shit, what was that? I mean, God help me if a tree or a branch fall on me. It's not windy though. It's just really, really wet. God, I am like in a tent right now. I know, the rig is totally protected. It's totally protected. I am so glad I got that pack. I got that REI pack, so it's totally protected. Even if rain bounces up, I'm protected because it's completely waterproof. And it's just the top that's open, and that's covered with the umbrella. I don't know how to get there. Is it even going to help? Oh my God. Okay, that definitely helped somewhat. I got a new pack, yeah. I got a new REI pack. Holy shit. Dude, this umbrella, I'm like, hold up. It's supposed to do 55 mile an hour winds. So far, nothing's wet. Nothing's wet except for there's rain. There's like water blowing up from the ground because there's a little bit of wind, you know? But as long as the top of my pack is protected, as long as the top of the pack is protected, you know what is happening? The trees are breaking down the rain into tinier droplets that are getting blown by the wind. So I have to keep facing into the wind because it's blowing like spray. It's like a spray. It's like a mist. And the big droplets. Yeah. I could just sit down. Oh God. Oh God. I know. I'm trying to sit down. I'm trying. It's hard. All right. Oh my God, my ass. My ass is like soaked. Oh God, it's like a tent. It's like a tent. It like literally is a tent. It's like a portable tent. God bless Weatherman. You know what? I need to get a sponsorship. Someone send this video to Weatherman. Someone send this video to Weatherman. This is like the best sponsor. Someone needs to send this. They need to, this, seriously, it's just like, it's actually not bad. I really like it. And now it's even perfect because there's no wind. Seriously, I am literally just in a portable tent. I am 100% in a portable tent. What do we talk about though? I don't know. Oh shit, did you see that lightning? Did you see that lightning? You're gonna hear it. So how far away is that? That's like 4 miles away, that lightning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I had my first droplet go through the umbrella. I just felt a splash on my ear. It was minor though. It was really minor. It was like one little drop. I bet it's condensation. Yeah. It's raining as fuck. Why do I go take a walk? I'm having a blast. I am. And you know what's funny? It's like if I got in trouble, somebody could find me here. They would be like, if I got eaten by a bear or something. The bears, they're not dumb. The thing to watch out for right now is the snakes. The snakes fucking love this shit. The snakes. So I got to be careful because the snakes come out when this happens. Yeah, it's just water. It's fine. Dude, I've been in worse. Actually, it's really kind of mellow now. It's super pleasant. Yeah. IQ, 300 IQ. Dude, it's so peaceful here. You know what? My camera's pointing down. I need to point you up a little bit. Camera's wet though. The camera's definitely wet. It's not like soaked, but it's got droplets all over it that got blown up. But I think it's water resistant, so I think we're probably going to be fine. You know. I just gotta watch those other, because I'm kind of hunched over right now. This is actually all good practice because like if I get caught in a rainstorm, what do I do? You know, I tell you what you do. You go in the woods and you hunker down and kind of hide under your thing. I also have a tarp I could have put over my legs if I really wanted to. I know the ports are really protected, so we're good. The ports are super protected. Oh, she's like worried about me. I know. It's really fun. You don't need to worry about me, honey. I'm having fun. I'm like a little kid in the rain. I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's thundering.
I know. I took shelter. I've done this before. It's not my first rodeo. Okay, I know. Can't you hear it? It's going down now. In case you're wondering, I'm in the forest by the high school. Does that make you feel better? It's actually really nice here. Dude, I slept in this. Do you remember that one night? Do you remember that one night when I did the stealth camping? This is exactly what I stealth camped in. It was exactly the same thing. I did a stealth camp in this. This thing is worth every fucking dime of that $100 I paid for this umbrella. This umbrella is a walking tent. It's like a walking tent. Santa Claus taking refuge in the rainstorm.
I'm always want to say this.
Oh shit. I do look like Santa Claus. I do kind of, yeah. And my wife kind of looks like Mrs. Claus. It doesn't help that her dad was born on Christmas Eve. And his name is Klaus. I know I'm doxing, but...
Alright, signing off.
Hey, are you okay? How are you doing? How's the dog doing? Is the dog hiding? Tell me what's up with the dog. Are you going out to the store? Since you're here? Are you going to the store? You're gonna stay in for right now. I'm just curious. She signed off already. She signed off already. I mean, at least she knows you can pull me up anytime and see what's up, you know.
Nervous.
You're nervous. You know, the rainstorm's done now. That was just like a little, you know, thing.
Not for a while.
Not for a while? Okay. Yeah, it's a fucking parking lot on the road, by the way. Yeah, we walked on a little bit of it. It's a total parking lot.
Cluttering.
Yeah, I know you're decluttering. You're doing great things. I'm gonna go great things too. I'm just justifying my choice to do fun things during the day while it's sunlight, and then do the work during at night while it's dark. Do you mind telling me?
Dog is nervous.
Dog is nervous. Is she? Where is she? I'm kind of worried about her. Does she? She gets really scared when we have thunderstorms like this. Is she? Are you doing the studio thing today, or are you just doing decluttering all day? No studio, right? I'm just curious. With the rain and all. Oh, hey, look. These poor insects. There's insects that have been totally washed away, and I'm sitting on some of them. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I love this. She's just looking at you in the kitchen. Mommy, save me. She's like, where's Dad? I need him to open the door. No studio today? Alright, just checking. Thank you. I know, we're using live streams to communicate. I mean, at least when she watches her crazy husband, she can kind of at least know he's still alive, or if he's not, who to ask. She'd go on the stream. Okay, where did you last see him? Seriously, there's an app that Rob CD uses.
Hi. Hello there.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Vibe Creator?
Name, I missed the screen. I was doing general cleaning yesterday.
No, general cleaning is a good thing to do. It seems like everybody's doing that right now. So my wife has been doing too. The rain's coming up again. I'm just having a nice conversation. My back will probably go dead eventually. How long have we been? Someone do a time thing. I can't really touch my phone. I tell you what though, this golf umbrella was the absolute right pick. Yeah, real-time IRL. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do real-time IRL. Oh, that's it? Shit. I'm gonna do real-time IRL. You know why? Because you can turn it off anytime, and people can see where you are on the map, like in real time. And so I think, especially if you're doing adventure streaming, I think it's actually safer for you to do that, especially if you're doing solo, than having somebody stalk you. Yes, it's true, someone could stalk me. Someone could stalk me anyway. I kind of like it though, because first of all, it gives people a sense of where you are, so they can know to look at the landscape around there, and they can say, hey, why don't you take a left here and go check out this rock quarry? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was there. So basically, people can kind of like help to drive you where you go. Most of my viewers, I'd say half of my viewers are not American. In fact, I would go so far as to say that most of my viewers are not American. But I do not have that. I need to get that plug in. I need to get that plug in so I can know where people are watching from. I really need to get that. Oh my god, it's really coming down again. Thank good for yoga. I can like sit here all night, all day. I need to get that. I need to get that that plug in. Brazil. Yeah. Encoder on WebRTC. Oh my god. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, well, you can see where I am and stuff. I want to tell you though, I'm actually really enjoying this. This is not dangerous at all right now. I am totally safe. I'm in my tent that is an umbrella, and I have the crazy thing about this will be the ultimate test for this gear. If I make it through this thing without my gear getting like wet in any way, I have like hit the holy grail, and I could like stream in the middle of the trail, Appalachian Trail, in a minute. Uh-oh, I just got a drop on my back. I got one drop on my back. I think what's happening is that some of it's every once in a while. It's not cold at all. No, it's not. It's hot. It's like what you would. I'm telling you, it's like it's becoming a subtropical zone here. You know. I know lightning can strike the trees. This I know, but lightning can strike anything. So, you know. Oh shit. That's the second drop that came through my umbrella. Okay. I've had 2 raindrops come through my umbrella pretty substantially. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, there's another one. There's some tiny little hole. I can't even believe it's still streaming given the rainstorm that's happening right now. Streamers, a streaming tent, absolutely. Yeah, that's another one. My tent, I think we found the limits. There's a couple of extraneous raindrops that are falling, that are getting through, and I'm feeling them on my arms and stuff. But I don't think they're hitting the pack at all. Let me check the pack. Yep. I know. I can't believe we still have some. All right. So my pack is fine. I'm just looking at it right now. The pack is fine. I'm actually going to turn my hat around so that it keeps the pack covered even more. The pack is fine. It's just the only problem with the pack. Just remind me next time that I need to close the top of the pack if it starts raining earlier, because the top of the pack is still open. The only risk we have is if one of those random drops falls right down the middle of the pack. That is the only risk, and right now it's pretty damn closed up. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, the umbrella is definitely breaking down now, though. The water there's much more frequent rain coming through now. Hey, yeah, I'm still cozy, but I can tell that I'm going to need to do some sort of rain management on the umbrella. Like, I'm probably going to need to spray the whole thing with Scotch Guard or something, because it is, I don't think it's going to hold for like 2 hours. I don't think it would hold for 2 hours. I'm waiting for the rain to close. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess I could try to find a better tree. I mean, it's probably the right thing to do, given the... I'm trying to think if there's a shelter that we could go to on the way. There is a house over there. I think we probably have a good 30 minutes left on this umbrella before it's going to start to soak all the way through. Even when it soaks through, it's not going to be like big drops. It's just going to be every once in a while, you know? Yeah. And the lightning and thunder are gone, though. So I think I'm going to go... I don't know. What should we do? I mean, we could find a better tree, but as I said, I don't think this tree is too bad at the moment. I didn't take the rain poncho today. Can you believe that? I didn't take the poncho. If I had the poncho, I would throw the poncho on, and then we would be totally golden. Because then even if it came through the umbrella, it would never, that would be double layers. There was nothing touching it at all. I could walk around in that thing. So, you're absolutely right. You got me on that. I should be using that. Yeah. Yeah. Most intense IRL rainstorm ever streamed. At least for me. All right, we got a break in the rain. I can feel it. We got a break. All right, I can't even wipe my ass off because I can't put this umbrella down. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay, it's much better now. You know, I almost wonder if it was. Yes, I know. Temin's yelling at me. We've got a really great bright yellow rain poncho. Problem with the rain poncho is we have to figure out how to do the rain poncho and still have the camera outside of the rain poncho. Oh God, you see these things? Do you see these things? This is like, you do not ever want to run into one of those vines. They're not poison ivy. Free water. I know, right? I don't know what's up with my pack thing. My pack's not behaving. Okay. I'm gonna attempt an exit right here. I gotta watch for snakes too. I'm gonna go back where I came. I don't trust that way. Yeah, me too. We're kind of pointed up. Yeah. Yeah, I know, you could. I could. Actually, you know, I'm going to start putting some things in my pack. Like, you know those like ultralight stools? Those ultralight stools? I want to get one of those. They have like ultralights with like the tripod stools. If I got like an ultralight tripod stool, I could totally do this. Yeah. Also reminds me, I need to stop running. I need to stop walking around in cotton. I got to start doing some polys because the cotton doesn't dry fast enough. It's comfortable, but you know what I mean? Wait. I gotta fix the camera. It's the hardest part about the umbrella is that I have too many things to hold. How about now? Did that fix it? I totally would have a stool. It's a great idea. Yeah, the USB tether seems nice. It got wet, but it's still okay. I can't believe it's still streaming. What's our bit rate? Honestly, I cannot believe it's still streaming at the rate it is, given all the rain. From what I've heard about wireless is supposed to be horrible in the rain. Oh God, I'm so glad for these shoes. I'm so happy for the shoes I have right now. because I just hit some like ripping, tearing kind of stuff, and it didn't affect it at all. Oh god, it's not bad at all here now. It's not. This is just a nice happy day in the rain. I'm coming home, I'm gonna be that kid with mud all over his clothes. People are like, who is that crazy guy?
Imagine someone watching a man leaving the woods under this rain, talking to himself.
I don't know, there's a guy hanging out in a rainstorm, talking to himself. Are you getting the? I really wish this was a stereo mic, except for you would just be hearing me on the left side the whole time. That would be annoying. I don't like it when IRL streamers use stereo mics because you only hear their voice on the left side. I like the, the sounds of the woods and everything, and then the traffic and stuff, but not. It's not enough to have to listen to somebody speaking the left side of your ear the whole time. So I like that I have it's a condenser mic. But you can still hear the rain and everything. I take it, right? I mean, you can hear like the lightning and stuff. I'll go back and watch it myself. Yeah, this is nothing now. God, it was really coming down. Did you see that first part? Hey, did you know firefighters are legitimately places you can go for like if you need sanctuary? In America? Yeah. You can drop a kid off at if you want to give up your kid. Good meal after hard work. Oh, did you get a good meal? Oh shit. Hi. That was like right next to me the whole time. Literally the sheriff's department, all these EMTs are right there. If I could make my way to there. I'm gonna just kind of watch them. I'm kind of watching them. Hi. Oh God. Wow. It's quite the eventful stream. There you go. That must have been an accident. Or another umbrella streamer got run over. Who knows what it was? Sorry for your ears on that. Dude, this has got to be one of the best streams. Somebody needs to clip that. Somebody should clip that. Fire during... No, it's a fire. Oh my God, that sounds so good. That sounds so good, and I'm getting rained on. Oh my God, the rain just turned up in intensity again. But I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm just gonna keep walking. I gotta get home. That's the first time you heard a fire truck? Shit. Oh God, I'm so at risk of getting run over. I mean, I'm literally by all the high school drivers. The high school drivers. It's like all of these rich high school drivers. Do you think for 1 second they're gonna see me? They're not gonna give a shit about me. You watch. They're gonna run me right over. Their high school must have just got out. You're gonna just keep going? You're just gonna keep going, right? Because you're a shitty high school driver. I swear. I'm out here, an old guy with a beard is getting fucking poured on, and those high school kids can't even stop to let me cross the fucking road. I mean, do you want to know why angry guy yells at sky, shouts at sky? That's kind of the reason. I mean, that was like the worst. There's no, and those are all high school drivers. Somebody almost got T-boned just before I was here. Yeah, because they don't fucking pay attention. The number one cause of teenage death is suicide and driving. Did you clip that? Yeah, they totally suck. It's fucking America. You know what? They're rich. They're rich, entitled asshole kids going to the school that has the biggest drug problem in the entire region. More cocaine gets sold on this campus than any other high school campus. Go look it up. I am not a fan of rich high school kids. What is it? There's like this rumbling thunder. You hear it? There's like a rumbling thunder. It's not like just one thunder. It's like it just keeps going and going and going. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna be nice now. I promise I'm gonna be nice now. I couldn't be nicer. I'll be nicer. I'm really not an angry person. I swear to God. I am though. I do get angry. Besides, I've got a really great golf umbrella. Why the fuck are they on their cars anyway? It's like 1:30, it's 1:40. Are they all out of school? They got out of school at 1 o'clock or some shit? Seriously, why are they driving around at 1 o'clock? Yeah, my feet are soaked, but they're soaked in a good way. I'm used to having soaked feet. I was a river guide. But they don't have a lot of grit and stuff around your toes and stuff. That's the real important thing. It's fine to get they also, my toes are not getting crammed into each other so that when your feet get wet, this is all, you know, stuff I've learned. When your feet get wet, it's fine. What's bad is when your feet get wet and they're cramped. And then you get blisters and then your toenails cut into your stuff and everything. These shoes are so awesome because they got a really big open toe box. So there's lots of, you know, ventilation. So it feels like I'm just walking barefoot. I really love them. You can post the clips however you want. I don't care. I'll delete the bad ones if you don't like them. If it's so redundant. What I want to know, someone tell me the question. Come and do the research. Why the fuck are all of these people, I mean, look at the cars they have. These are not typical teenage cars, right? Why the fuck are these kids out of school at 1:40? Do they get out of school every day at 1:40? And why are they all driving? Why aren't they in a school bus? They all have their own cars. Because America. I mean, do in other countries, did everybody have their own car? Do high school kids have their own car in other countries? I mean, someone tell me. I want to know. I wonder if one of them pulls up Twitch. Hey, let's see who's chatting IRL. Throw up Google Maps. This is why I'm saying I need to do the IRL map thing. I'm going to do it tonight. Why are the cars so big? Because it's fucking America. I mean, sorry. That was mean. But that's the answer. Only the rich kids drive? Have bikes or mopeds, right? Everybody drives to work here and drives to school. And they all have to have extra cars. And they're that means they have to have a big ass garage because now they got to put like 5 people in there. Also have a lot of public transport. That's true too. All right. I'm gonna get splashed. All right, enough of that. Back onto the muddy trail. Okay, so you know what these shoes have been so phenomenal at? You remember, this is kind of a good test. I tested my umbrella. I tested my shoes, my new trail shoes. These trail shoes haven't got an ounce of mud in them around the ankles or anything. 8 a.m. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason or what, but this is what I love. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't have any.
Scooters are fun to drive. Why is everyone choosing the car?
I know, exactly. Because of rainstorms like this, probably. I mean, that would not be funny. You ever see somebody try to drive on a scooter in a rainstorm? It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I used to love scooters. We had one in college. Our dorm had one. We won it, actually. I am surprised at how good these Ultras are at keeping the trail shit out of my feet. And I don't even have the gaiters on. So, yes, I'm that kid in the puddle. Oh, there's no such thing as waterproof. Nope. I don't believe in waterproof. Not, at least not, I mean, there's like river bags and stuff like that for that kind of stuff. But when you go out like this, water will eventually get everywhere. So it's kind of like how does your clothing deal with the water once it gets in there? Yeah. Could you? I bet you could if you had a helmet on. Yeah, I did. I had a motorcycle. I actually bought a scooter first and took it back because it wasn't fast enough. You take a scooter, okay, I'm going to tell you why a scooter is you're taking your life in your hands in America in a scooter. All right? This is true. In Tucson, I got a job in Tucson and I was down there and I needed transportation besides my bike because it was, you know, spread out. And so I bought a scooter, a big one. I bought like a gas power, you know, a really big scooter. And I couldn't get up to the speed of traffic with the scooter. So it was just as bad as the bicycle, except for it was worse. On the bicycle, I would be doing, you know, I'd be like pedaling down. I didn't, but I know people do. So I would be driving. I'd be riding my, you know, I'd be riding my scooter. I mean, whether it was the bike or the scooter, is the same thing. People have to pass you. They have to pass you, and they get annoyed, and they honk at you, and they don't see you, and they hit you because you're not going fast enough on a scooter or a bicycle.
What's the speed of traffic? What the hell? I live near Lake Norman.
Hey, Bill Bob. Well, then we're pretty damn close. I'm about Lake Norman High, just complaining about all the rich kids who about ran me over. If you're from Lake Norman, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Electric bicycle would, okay, but here's the problem. In America, you can't do it because there's no sidewalk. There's no place to go. So I'm going to say, so you're actually safer. You're actually safer in America buying a motorcycle that can keep up with traffic than you are a bicycle or a scooter. And the reason is because the motorcycle isn't going to get taken out by a car who's going to sideswipe you. The motorcycle can keep up with traffic and doesn't cause a problem, doesn't cause a traffic problem. It's still the same amount of danger. You're going faster, so you get hurt more when you die. But one of the reasons it is easy to get a license in America, fuck yeah. Was it Brazil? It was oh yeah. So I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. It's just like, in Tucson, I mean, my ex-wife, I told her I bought a scooter. I said, honey, I bought a scooter, but because I'm trying to get around here. She's like, really? Really? And she was kind of mad at me. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You need, if you're going to get, you need stuff. The bottom line is, in America anyway, you can't hold up traffic. If you hold up traffic, you better have tons of fucking defenses, because if you don't, the cars will get pissed off and they'll do things that are illegal, but it doesn't matter. You'll be dead. And you think I'm kidding? In Portland, they actually pushed somebody off the road and killed them. And we had a vigil every year for him. It's a woman who was a woman cyclist. She was in the middle of nowhere in the farmland. They just pushed her over. So, it's literal, Chad. Yeah. So that was the first time I owned a motorcycle. And I got my motorcycle license, and I really, 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 really loved it. I really loved the motorcycle. Oh my God, it was so awesome. I kind of miss it. Hey, I'm going to have to walk through a lake here. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And I hope somebody else out there is annoyed by this. Oh my God, it's like a lake. Oh, it's so squishy. I literally am a kid playing in the puddles. I'm literally that kid jumping in puddles. I mean, look at that puddle. My feet still feel so refreshed walking through that, though. Can I just say? Seriously, my feet are like so happy right now. F Rob Foots. Yes. I hope you're still streaming. Are you guys still there? F stream. All right, how are we doing? In China? Yeah, they do in Amsterdam. Amsterdam, I've seen them in Amsterdam, downtown Amsterdam. They're all over. Oh man, this has been really fun. I am so glad I did this.
Okay, we back near home.
I'm almost there. Look at, there's some bird that's happy.
Netherlands, region letter N, region letter L.
Boy, there's some bird like singing up a storm right now. Netherlands, Nederlands.
Beautiful houses.
These are this is apartment complexes. This is the good apartment complexes.
And
We
now
live in the
three
bad
miles
apartment
away.
complexes.
Amsterdam is like different.
Oh, it totally is. Amsterdam is totally a different universe. I love it. Actually, next year the KubeCon Europe is in Amsterdam. I want to go so bad. I'm going to Vienna next year though.
Infrastructure.
Put it on your calendar. Next September, RWXCon, which is robbing a pub probably. We're going to be in Vienna. We're going to be in Vienna, Austria, and then Germany someplace. Next September, we're going to Europe, my wife and I. And I'll be there and we can meet up. If anybody wants to meet up, shake hands, do whatever. There's like an old renovated cop car that's no longer a cop car.
Onion, there a demand for IT jobs. Not only Amsterdam, but cycling is a part of many areas of Netherlands.
Oh, I know it is. It's like all over.
Rotterdam is a bit backwards in this area.
Yeah.
Let's go pumpkin bohio.
Hey, look at that. Somebody bought an old cop car, literally, and they haven't renovated it yet. It's just kind of sitting there. An old black and white, as they call them. I had to go look at that. That was kind of cool. Dude, I feel...
Pumpkin 2023, fuck yay.
Yeah.
Are you having a meetup?
I don't know yet. We don't know yet. It's going to be in Austria. Vienna, Austria. One of them is going to be in Vienna. My wife's got a gallery show in Vienna. Probably in September. And she hasn't told anybody yet, and it still could possibly fall through for any number of reasons. But we are really aggressively pursuing it. We're also going to go visit her family. She has family in Germany. We're going to go see them. So we'll be in Germany.
Everyone demands IT, but only US pays enough and don't demand 60% tax flow.
Vienna calling. I know. It took everything in me to like make a video about that.
No less than 3.
Now I'm singing "It's the Cradle of Love" in my head, Billy Joel. Our camera's kind of looks scawampus, but not dead. You know what I love about the new GoPro 10? I think you could do this with a 9 too. If you fuck up the lens, you just buy a new one. I love that because I'm so likely to break the lens. So if you fuck up the lens in the GoPro 10, you just buy another one. They're $70 and put it on there, and you got another one. God knows I'm probably going to do that at some point. There's nobody swimming today, surprisingly. Vienna calling. Yeah. Well, this was fun. The rain has decided to die down now, so I was only out during the rain. That would be my luck. Maybe I manifested it because I wanted it. I was like, I want it to rain. Please rain more. I did. I created my own universe of rain and shared it with y'all. I want it to rain. Anybody seen Doctor Strange thing yet?
If I were to pick a country, I'd live in Costa Rica. US infrastructure, but metric system.
Ooh.
5+ attitude.
Ooh.
Life.
That's an interesting idea. There's many places I want to go live. I told you the master plan, right? The master plan is for me to get a TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language, and then travel with my wife or by myself or however, and go around teaching English everywhere.
Metric system for the win.
I've wanted to do that since I lived in Russia. That's one of the reasons my whole life was set on a trajectory to live like that. What? Instead of, they have Pura Vida. Pure Life? Oh, they do, huh? I didn't know that. I think it would be fun. There's a lot of South American countries I'd like to go.
Sidorova Lol.
Yeah, Zdorova. Zdorova. Zdarova.
At Daniel Raphael 2019 Tracer.
Да, мне очень жалко, что я не смог жить и работать и заниматься инструктором linguistica. I wanted to live, and I almost took a job teaching English in Vladivostok on an Oreo rig. I almost took a job. They were paying 30 grand for like 3 or 4 months or something. I can't remember. Russia doesn't exist. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of afraid of it. Russia's kind of turned into something else. We don't really know what it is right now. Yeah. You know what's interesting is because Russia's going through the same crisis that America went through with Trump, but in a Russia way. They're doing it in the Russia way. You know, the whole world is going through this. I mean, I don't have to get into too much into politics, but the whole world is going through this conservative, whatever you want to call it. And in Britain, we've got, Brexit and what's his face, and U.S. has got a thing. And Putin, the thing Putin's doing now is just Russians' version of a Trump dystopia. And Putin is the Trump dystopia. And I truly believe Russia's going to come around. Russia's going to come around. Most of the Russians don't like what's going on there, and I don't want to get political, but, they're going through their Trump crazy time. And hopefully we're done with ours. Hopefully ours is kind of past, like COVID, or, I don't know, a gallstone. Or a bad burrito that you ate. Maybe, I hope I... Yeah, it's true community. Brazil and India. India's going to be pretty heavy. Yep. But India's got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I'm going to say something that's going to sound racist. I don't mean it to. It's just a fact. I ask you, go catalog the top Fortune 50 companies and add up how many of those companies are being led, their CEOs or their executive C-level executives are born and raised in India. And that is not a, I'm not casting aspersions, I'm not saying anything's bad.
For many reasons.
Seriously, Twitter, Microsoft, Mozilla, Google, Netflix, I could keep going. Most of the major organizations in America right now are run by Indian-born nationals. And I think it's a wonderful thing as long as they're willing to do it. So,
United States dollars, which really isn't all that bad in U.S. terms.
yeah. There's a,
Value education.
yeah. I think that might be what it is. Again, I'm not trying to make this about xenophobia. Please don't misunderstand. This isn't a racist thing. This isn't a cultural bigotry. I'm just curious as to why. Why? And I think that the answer is pretty simple. That, the Indian education system, I mean, there's a lot of problems in India, don't get me wrong, from what I've heard and studied. But something about the Indian culture and work ethic, there's a lot of Indians that are raising their kids to become IT people. I know that because I've had personal experience with that. I had a guy, the only time this has ever happened, I had a machine learning guy. I had a machine learning guy.
Advantage in having Indian CEOs, but stopping brain drain is not possible.
Yeah, I know. And look, this is not xenophobia. If it makes us a better place, then I don't care. I'm happy.
India has a strong culture too.
Yeah, they have a strong culture. And yeah, all the IT scammers. A lot of the IT scammers are Indian too. They are. A lot of the machine learning people that I work with are Indian. And look, there's a lot of other nationalities in there, and I don't want to, but. I want to tell you one quick story. So while I was teaching private school, I had a father who was Indian born. He was here. He was a machine learning expert. He got a job for a bank. And he asked if I had anything for his 4 and 5-year-old. The only time I've ever been asked by a parent if there was anything that they suggested that I get their 4 or 5-year-old doing so that they could have the leg up in the IT world. It's the only time. And I went, I'm sorry, do they know how to type? And he goes, no, but I have them doing typing drills and things like that. 4 or 5 years old. I'm not kidding. I mean, I've run into 8 or 9-year-olds that I've helped to kind of grow, but that was the first time I've ever had a parent say, can you get my 4 or 5-year-old going ahead of everybody else? And so I just thought that was interesting. I just like shrugged my shoulders and I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I got nothing, you know? So, oh yes, the smell of pot in the air. After a rainstorm. I'm not even kidding. Our apartment complex has so many pot smokers in it. Chinese parents, yeah. And look, I'm not saying it because to be xenophobic. I'm saying it to draw distinctions between culturals. And as a kind of a cultural linguist or, you know, a cultural journalist or something, I'm interested in the differences between the cultures that lead to these things. I'm not saying that they're for everybody or that everybody does that or all Chinese people are smart and that kind of shit. I'm not doing that. I'm just noting the differences and trying to study what they are. That's anthropology. Anthropologists they don't shy away from this shit. They notice differences, physical and other things, and they study them. And they don't do it with any other intent other than understanding. I think it's super interesting. What's that? Spectrum? For everything and being interesting, yes. See, I have to stop prematurely apologizing. You know why? Because I've been raised to be sensitive, and I think that being sensitive is important. And I don't, you know, it's really dangerous today, right now. We live in a time when it's easy to misunderstand and be misunderstood, and I hate that that's true. But you're absolutely right. I really don't need to apologize by noting the differences in culture. That's something you would study in college. And God knows colleges are woke. All right, I am going to figure this out somehow. I'm going to leave this out here so it can dry. See that thing? You see that thing? Oh, there's where, look at that. It's got two panes. You see that? Does it have any? I think some of these seams might have leaked a little bit. So I'm going to go figure that out. Oh God. My wife pinched my ass. That is terrifying. I made it, and I look like a kid who jumped around in puddles because I kind of did.
Shoes out there, man.
Do you think I would walk into your clean kitchen with these shoes? Mom?
Don't call me Mom. It's so creepy.
I did it to troll her. No, she's mad at me. Hey, Sam, come on out here. No? You're scared. Like, if Dad says I can. What do you think? It's dying down. She does not like the rain. Dude, you should see. What are the high school kids all out at 1:30 for? They were like screaming out of the high school. They wouldn't even stop for me to cross the road. And I was like, what is going on?
I don't understand American high school, and they're like...
They have to be there at 5 a.m. and they get out at 1:30?
Well, not only that, sometimes they don't even have a full day because they have optional classes or they don't fill them. Like, what the fuck?
I don't understand
I went
it.
to Catholic school. I took 4 years of science, 4 years of math, 4 years of English.
Thank God for those Catholics.
I know.
Who taught you math and science?
And then I hear public school people that are like, they got like 2 periods and then they can leave and do. I was like, what the fuck?
Not to mention like all the cars. It was like, oh, you do not want to go on the road. In fact, we got a shot of the fire department taking off because they're going to. And we also saw a college kid almost get T-boned by a van.
Oh my God.
It was like the guy was on the horn and everything. It was like, God bless America. You just, why would you say that?
Because there's no shame in that. It's a normal thing that happens to half the population.
Okay, that's fine. I just don't see how it's relevant to the conversation.
Because I don't want to leave the house. So I'm like, what?
Oh, I see. Okay. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. I can accept that. Yeah. Oh, God. What's happening right now?
Everywhere.
What? Are we still streaming? There's like water running down my phone and everything. I guess we are. We should dismantle the Department of Education. Good thing we work from home. You guys saying that doesn't make any sense. This is true. On the education
Lock
system.
the bear, Rob.
My daughter starts kindergarten this year. She's only in for 3 hours a day. You really made my day better. So I hope you have a nice day. I mean, it was fun. I got rained on and shit. All right, I'm gonna go shower. Yeah, I say mom all the time. I do because sometimes she's like, "Well, make sure you're okay." And she's like, I shouldn't make fun of her. She just loves me and she wants me to be happy and safe and blah, blah, blah. Right? Right? And isn't that the right answer? That's what I should say, right? I should be happy that she's concerned. Okay, we have one of those decks that has... Actually, I'm kind of danger here. We have one of those decks that leaks. It leaks. It's not enough to hold the water out. Oh my god. Those feet, those sexy feet are okay still. I know. Oh god. I am going to have a nice shower after this. It's going to be very satisfying. This shower is going to be very satisfying. Brand new shoes, never used them before, and now they're all broken in. Alright, I'm going to walk in here now.
You crazy? No. Crazy, yes.
Alright, I should probably go.
If he's not too crazy, but crazy.
Free OnlyFans content.